This file combination of pictures taken in January 2015 shows people from various countries showing Suis. Read MorePARIS. The clock has yet to strike midday on Wednesday, January 7, 2015 at the headquarters of French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo on the second floor of a 1980s Parisian building. On the table lies its latest issue, next to a cake. The first editorial meeting of the new year is drawing to a close. A few minutes later, 12 people will be dead. A couple of meters away outside, two armed men dressed in black point a Kalashnikov at cartoonist Corinne Ray, just back from picking up her daughter at daycare. Brothers said and Sheriff Kouachi have already shot dead the building maintenance worker Frederick Boisseau. The attackers forced Ray to tap in the code for the keypad entry to let them in the building, guarded since the publication of caricatures mocking the Prophet Muhammad and subsequent threats. The gunmen follow Ray to the second floor, where they shoot webmaster Simon Fichy, gravely injuring him. We heard shots, we didn't know what it was, Charlie Hebdo journalist Laurent Ledger said the next day. Then the door opened, and a man sprang out shouting Allahu Akbar. He looked like he was from the special forces, he was wearing a balaclava, all in black. And then the shooting began. Within a few minutes, editor-in-chief Stefan Charbonnier and cartoonists Jean Cabot, Bernard Verlhac, Georges Valinsky and Philippe Honor are all dead, as well as economist Bernard Maris, columnist Elsa Kayet, Charb's bodyguard Frank Brinsolara, visitor Mitchell Renault and proofreader Mustafa Arad. We have avenged the Prophet Muhammad. We've killed Charlie Hebdo. The attackers declaim as they flee. But their planned exit route is blocked by a police car. They open fire and kill their 12th victim, police officer Ahmed Merabet, before heading to northeastern Paris. Patrick Pelou, emergency doctor and Charlie Hebdo columnist, is one of the first to arrive on the scene of the carnage. Pelou gets through to then French President François Hollande on the phone. Weeping, he described the reality in front of him saying they are all dead, Hollande told AFF, 5 years after the tragedy. Shortly afterwards, the survivors and the victims' families huddled together in a theater close to the newspaper's headquarters. People brought us sweets, but we weren't hungry, we were in complete shock, said Pelou. As news of the deadly attack begins to spread, the hashtag #JesVascali, I am Charlie, floods social media. In the evening, thousands gather spontaneously in Paris to denounce the attack and defend freedom of expression at Place de la République, lighting candles, raising pens skyward and carrying letters proclaiming, not afraid. Early the next morning, France is still grieving when a young police officer, Clarissa Jean Philippe, is killed in the southern Paris suburb Montrouge. The gunman, Amélie Koulibaly, shoots her in the back before fleeing. Authorities initially dismiss any suggestion of a link between the shooting and the Charlie Hebdo attacks, but later confirm that they are connected. At the time, I am cautious but very quickly I had the feeling that we are facing a coordinated operation, then Interior Minister Bernard Cazeneuve told AFF. 90 minutes later and a dozen kilometers away, the Kouachi brothers steal food and petrol from a service station in the Aisne region, northeast of Paris. The manager recognizes them and alerts the police. The manhunt picks up pace as special forces comb a vast rural zone. Police spot them and chase the pair as they speed towards the capital. Shortly after 9:30 am the next day, two men that correspond to the description of the brothers are spotted at Damotinengol 35 kilometers, 22 miles, from Paris, as they seek refuge in a printing firm on an industrial estate. Armed officers surround the building as the fugitives take a hostage and exchange fire with the police, marking the beginning of a tense, 8-hour standoff. Mitchell Catalano, who works in the printworks, escapes at 10:15 am. They told me you wanted to end it in the woods, but in the end it will be here, at your place, by killing a maximum amount of people, he recently told AFF. Inside and unbeknown to the suspected killers, an employee hides in the cafeteria for over 8 hours, communicating intelligence to the special forces. At 5:00 p.m., the two brothers emerge from the building, firing at police. At 5:15 p.m., AFF reports that the two suspects have been killed. At the same time, another siege in Paris is underway. The gunman who shot the policewoman in Montrouge the day before bursts into a kosher supermarket at Porte de Vincennes in eastern Paris at midday, taking clients and employees hostage. He threatens to kill them unless the Kouachi brothers are allowed to go free. Just as the printworks siege in Damartinengol comes to an end, special forces storm the store, killing Koulibaly and freeing 15 of the hostages. The bodies of 4 hostages, all Jewish, are found on the floor.